Hello there, and welcome to episode 28 of Shadowhome. And it is already pretty clear that Shadowhome is one of the longer running fortresses because we haven't struck a scrap of adamantine yet. And we are not even a barony. But the latter, I'm somewhat afraid that we might have ran into a bug and it might never come together. We'll see about that. It's Dwarf Fortress after all, and there's many things that could have happened and could happen and will happen and should happen, and well, we'll see about all that. First up, I want to get started today by setting up a door here and check what's inside the box here. And we're also going to station the Inks of Mightiness down here. And I finally want to know what's it about these monitor monsters. We probably will now lose a lot of good fighters, but well, it is what it is, right? Military's around the corner. Let's take that thing down. Here we go. So, the fight was over very, very quickly. Let's see. The monitor monster grabbed the miner, and then this thing got directly beheaded by one of my soldiers. It was a very, very short fight, to say the least. It grabbed the miner, and then this thing got instantly decapitated. Well, not bad. Steel swords. Dwarven steel swords. So let's see if we can pull that off again. The real big bummer about all that is that the game fails to inform you what nature the deadly dust actually is. You will never know it until you know. There's sadly no register or log that would tell you this was the deadly dust of fumbling or of turning blind or turning into a mushroom man. No. It's the typical documentation that Dwarf Fortress is well, I would even call it it's a notorious feat of the game. Just realized that this door is sitting on the wrong spot. I need to put down a wall here so we can go for the safe diagonal space. But obviously, now they're finally getting it done. Okay. So, seems to be another short fight. Monitor monster goo. So, let's see. These things seem to be very, very vulnerable, as we completely demolishing these with every strike we take. Well, let's see if the fort will now die off in the next few days because of one rare and strange disease. I know why. I really hope that this doesn't happen, just so you know. Alright, but it also brought us a lot of space. We're free now. And it also gives me the feeling that we might be able to take down another one of these. But you see, we have two different deadly dust monsters. The tick monster is also a deadly dust spitter, and it's not the monitor monster, so... I have injured citizens now. Uh-oh. Blistered. Yeah, I think we have now the first people that are suffering from the deadly dust. They're throwing blisters now. Let's see. The amount of injured people goes down though, and as it stands, some medical treatment of the blisters seems to be all it takes. I mean, that's a lot of blisters. So, I want to see what the diagnosis says. Here. Serious blistering? No shit, Sherlock. Seriously. Wow. So, diagnosed with demon sickness. Oh, if it's nothing else, Nothing to worry about. It's just some demon sickness. Here, take some cough syrup, Eurist, and go back down to the mines. I feel very, very worried now. Demon sickness. Oh, sheesh. I hope it's not contagious, seriously. I mean, it would be an interesting end for this series, though. In all honesty. I wouldn't even hate it. I would be just sad. Okay. But so far, there are no further injuries or any other reports of something. So, brings me to the conclusion that you can survive that. And look at this little bugger here, another monitor monster. So, these guys have shown us that you can't just walk it off, basically. Just need some band-aid on the blisters, and obviously you're fine afterwards. So, there we go. I want to get rid of these that are the ones that I definitely can't take down. This is very, very useful if we do so. Even better now that we know that whatever injuries they might suffer from the attack of the monitor monster are, in fact, curable. So there is now the mining dwarf blistered. But yeah, we now know it, and we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to take the gambit even further. And, you know, there's another one of these guys annoying me since a pretty long time. Let's see if we can't take it down as well. It is a fairly risky play, but I think we can take it nevertheless. There we go. So this encounter left us with even more injured people than the previous one. I was afraid that might be the case. So... don't think we can wall it off for real. So... try something like that, maybe. Oh, we can't reach it right now. So... 9 injured citizens. 11 injured citizens. So, well, that guy is definitely injured. This one here, yeah, more blisters as it stands. Proper injuries from combat. The injured citizen count goes down while we're talking. So... well, it might be not fully without consequences for us to take this battle, but it surely was not the end of Shadowhome either. Okay, brings me down to the point that I think the Dust Spitter monsters are doable for us. I know that the Scorching Banshees don't work, they just don't. We can't kill these guys. But the rest of them obviously can be taken down, and will be taken down. Nice. So, fire up the pump, Eurist. We're going to take this, we're going to flush this place clean of water. So... let's keep going, shall we? I take that as a big triumph for us today. Especially now knowing that whatever illness these creatures produce is curable. Quite troublesome to begin with. I was very nervous about it, not gonna lie, but, well. Sheesh. The depth of that magma crevice, man. So, we can take these by now. And we're going to carve this, carve that, carve here, carve there. So that's a solid one too. Yeah, with the vicinity to the semi-molten rock here, I think we're just scraping out the bottom of the barrel at this end. Not so sure here, as you can see it winds along there. There we go, pumping it clean. Love it. Especially nowadays, as this is no longer a deadly threat. There we go. I do take the carving here still a little bit more serious. Yeah, we're done already. But I don't think that we are in imminent danger anymore. These are the last few parts that I need to take seriously, and after that, I'm pretty sure that I can't just carve out the rest of the place. Here I want another door, just in case that something sits there in the corner. Okay, so we spent already a lot of time today downstairs, but we slew some demons. I mean, come on. There's nothing wrong about demon slaying at any time of the day, alright? So... I'm always so concerned about them enduring themselves. Oh, come on, Eurist. You gotta be kidding me. You had one job! So yeah, we have odd complications while building the castle walls indeed. And for some reason these blocks here are not getting touched at all, so they're going to the bin now. That's what's happening to blocks that misbehave. Yes. So... there's a bit of diamond that we haven't picked up yet. So, let's take out the last pieces of flooring. Somebody surely will pack up that rough star ruby. Let's motivate them a little bit. Yeah, just like I thought. It's all safe down here. Yeah, let's take that last little bit of a risk here. But as we can clearly see, we're done with that floor. Worst case scenario, we would need to send our fighters. But we got 30 fighters. If there's nothing but web spitters that are frightening me now. Okay. So I opened up access to this area here, which is pretty cool. So let's start it all over again. Bring the green glass. mean, that is why I really love this method, as it gives you a lot of control when you're entering a new level, and you really can get a foot into the door like this. Without it, I feel like you often have quite some trouble. Oh, speaking about which, I think I should be able to order a new batch. Hooray! Here we go. So, all right, Eurist. Here's your chance to redeem yourself. Here is your chance to redeem yourself. But so far, I mean, it goes down quite slowly because of the dum-dums of my dwarfs. But well, beyond that, I really love what we're getting together here. This is really, really cool. I like it at least a lot. So here we go. I don't even want to know what kind of complications we're going to get here. But I'm going to give it a try. I'm not going to overexpend my budget of granite blocks here, because I already know how wrong this can go. So... okay. Speaking about things going wrong, this entire platform dismantling job here is really, really putting my nerves on edge. But it has to be done, and, you know, it is also a very disturbing job here. So I think this is, by the way, one of the main ways how accidents happen. If this guy comes first and dislodges that one, and this guy came first, for this example, then we would have a crash happening. But since it's still lodged together here, there's it's all good. But now I finally saw how these accidents actually happen. Yep, here I see it for the first time in action, how it can happen, what happened several times before. That's been pretty fascinating to see, because I was always wondering how they managed to get themselves into that kind of trouble, but it finally made sense. So the gist of it, I should not try to dismantle from two sides at once. So that means one line is okay, but starting to come from this line at the same time always has the risk that the corner part might come crashing down. It is just not... I just can't hinder them from being stupid. I finally had a big eureka moment with the cave-ins happening now. This must have been, at several points at least, the reason why I had people dying from stuff crashing down. Pretty sure that I found a big one there. Alright, speaking about a big one, this mine is fantastic. We might not have the adamantine yet, but what we do have is enough gemstone to finally fully decorate the city tower. And I'm not talking here just gemstone, the best gemstones. Just the most valuable ones. There we go. Let's fill that up. I mean, these will be the most desired apartments in the entire fortress, I guess. So let's keep going. And then the rest of the gemstone can be spent however I see fit. Just wanted to make sure that for this particular project we had enough. But turns out it was not a biggie at all. Very cool. So the best part about it all is that there's still a lot more to come where these came from, if you get my idea. There's still so much more gemstone to be pilfered down here. We're in for a treat. So let's see. This one is a solid one. Here, there's a cavity. Cavity. Then we have another cavity here. And another one there. So I'm gonna be stopping this one. BPR is for door. Now you know it. Learned it here first. So we can also... Wait a sec. Are we going to lock? No, we're not going to lock. We're going to construct, obviously. As it is by now tradition, the old magma vents, so to speak, are traditionally used as descension spots. There we go. Then start smoothing the corners. And then the whole dance begins anew. Just realized that this one can't go either. I don't want accidental visual connections to any baddies. So that's a solid spot. So let's go for something like that. And rather sooner than later, we're going to have to rip it all out again. And replace and rebuild. But that's okay. Speaking about replace and rebuild, come on, you buffoons, get it done. So I let them, I don't know, blocked by a movable item. I hate it when they do that so long. Because this time, there is no unmovable item. You guys are trying to trick me into some nonsense here. Okay. Stripping off the platform here. Originally, I didn't want to do it. Originally, I thought this would be too much of a pesky job. But, nah. I just want a proper yard. Proper castle yard. And it's just not a proper castle yard without it, right? Okay, so we have another body of water there. Okay. And we can finally take our first steps down here. And up here, well, things are getting slowly together, I dare say. This, though, is really, getting on my nerves. I sincerely have no clue why we have to suffer through this, but on the other hand, there's just still so much junk to be carried that I have the distinct feeling that my citizenship is just still overburdened by all the nonsense that I ordered them to do. Yeah, that sounds about right. But the good news, we're getting along quite nicely with claiming the new territory here. Very curious to see what we're going to find now next. How many baddies, how many treasures, how many just fire farts. The usual. So here we have yet another Scorching Banshee. Dang it. Very, 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 very unhappy about that one. The only good thing about it is that that we have now a little bit more intel, but that's about as good as it gets. Let's see how this one will come out. Scorching Banshees are just bad news because I really don't know how to kill them. So this is a tortoise monster. We've taken down one of these blokes once. I'm confident with the capability of my dudes to do that once more. But first we need to secure the perimeter. Most important thing is that we put down a floor grate, especially there. If we go for combat and there's a hole like this, this is a death sentence to any fighter that comes along there. End of the story. Don't like that. Yeah, so far it's been a very harsh welcoming. Every corner we took was filled with baddies. And not just some baddies. Here, this one is even on my unkillable list. Dang it. I mean, we technically still could take it. We just would need to construct a proper path for it to take. Ah, finally. Just some fire fart. Okay. So we can also... Wait a sec, it's all solids back there. So we can... No, not like this. You sillies. So, since it's all solid behind that wall, we don't need to worry about it at all. So, how's it going up there? No progress whatsoever on this end, but it makes sense. If I order them to trash can that, and the bajillion of items of that need trash canning out there, yeah, just makes sense. I also noticed another thing. I need a piece of floor here. I honestly need a piece of floor here. Okay. Where did today's session put us so far? I think I am very happy with the progress I made in the demon pits below. We took down a lot of baddies, and while I'm talking, we are one step away from getting stuff done here. Okay. I just want to be happy about the fact that we're only one step away from getting onto the next demon, but turns out we are... Oh my God! What have you done, Eurist? Okay, so... Turns out this didn't work out at all. Why are you guys not stationed there? Because you're... Wait a sec, the help of gears is not stationed here? The Earth and Moons are stationed here? Okay, my bad then. That makes a terrible lot of sense then. Oh well, my good friends, it brings us to the conclusion for today that there's most likely more war to be made with the cavern dwellers here. And yeah, that castle wall, we're in the middle of why I don't like building castle walls, basically. This is just, you know, this is just atrocious. This is what it is. But I know that this is what you have to go through if you want to have what I wanted to do here, but oh gosh. So my best attempt now will be, we're going to dismantle one big thing here. And then hopefully we'll get access back to the areas where we need it. Oh, Eurist. Building walls is so hard. But we're gonna get there. Until then, I want to say yet again thanks for watching you all. We're gonna slay more demons next time, and feel free to drop me your comments, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, consider checking out the description box, and feel free to support the channel. Many thanks if you do so, and thanks for being around. See you all next time. I hope you had a good time. I surely did. Bye bye.